Hey everybody, welcome back to Allie's Voice. I'm Allison Love Beatty, and today was one of those days where if you turned on the television, you couldn't help but get past the review, or more like the trial that they were conducting about the Mitchell report and human growth hormone being used in baseball. And I'm thinking to myself, it's one thing if he didn't really know that what they were doing to enhance his performance was something a little more than just B12. If he knew about that it was human growth hormone, then that's one thing. But if it's something else whereby, the coaches and the powers that be in baseball were the ones saying, high performance enhancer, help him do this, or get his game up to par. But that would also suck if he was playing all that time, and people were idolizing him for his amazing ability to play ball, and lo and behold, he's probably been, riding the magic carpet of one of Eli Lilly's, top-selling products, which is why I'm almost 30 and still single. Everything I do, everything I see, always in my mind, it has this resounding, eerie way, in some way that it connects back to diabetes for me. Like I watched American Gangster, I'm like, damn, that's how they do it. This totally makes sense now. I know why insulin is what it is and used to be and is far from it nowadays. And, I see I Am Legend. And there you go again. If you cure diabetes, is that going to happen? If you do that to people that are predisposed to having elevated blood glucose, is that going to happen? And then I'm watching TV today, and I'm thinking, diabetes. I can't open the paper without correlating something to diabetes on some level. But, a friend sent me an email earlier today that just, the one thing that we have as people with diabetes is, difficulty in managing our blood sugars on an even keel. So if we eat something, we don't want it to go out of that safe range too much. And wouldn't it be cool if our bodies found something that works, almost as perfectly as the human insulin before we started trying to get it out of our bodies, which resulted in diabetes. But here's what I'm saying. There were decades where people with type 1 diabetes, people with insulin-dependent diabetes, had an insulin that they almost were married to. It worked so well. It was their diabetic nirvana, their partner that, just answered what their problem was. And unfortunately, business decisions come through and decide that these insulins need to be revamped, repatented, regenerated, re-something, but more or less it ends up taking them off the shelves. And that just leaves a diabetic just, you're up a smelly creek without a paddle. And this should not be happening. I mean, if you can find your way to good control of diabetes, don't take that away from me. Don't try and make this harder again. It's not right. And I'm not even going to go off about the cost of insulin. What I will go off about is the cost of glucagon. I remember a fellow blogger, Bernard Farrell, he mentioned, it's kind of fishy that Lilly sort of seems to be the guys that are, selling the stuff off. I saw one quote online here. I think it's got to be a joke. Maybe they're kidding. It's $248.24 at egeneralmedical.com. Get out of town! It's almost $250, not even counting the shipping for that. That's ridiculous. You should get a shot of glucagon thrown in with every bottle of insulin you buy. Doesn't that seem fair? And for crying out loud, it's sugar in solution. And hopefully you won't ever have to use it. Ever. Stuff doesn't feel very good when you get injected with it either. Ask anybody that's gone through an injection of glucagon. It's not pretty. But anyway, I'm not even sure what my point was today, but there's just a lot of stuff going on. And I hope they run those trials a lot again, because there were some interesting questions, that one one question that came across was, why are you even taking B12? The body naturally produces it. Those of us with diabetes actually are very prone to pernicious anemia, which is a deficit of B12 and causes a lot of symptoms over time. But pernicious anemia. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for joining me. Comments, questions, hate mail, it's fine. I'll take it all. This is great. Thanks a lot, guys.